Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 2nd. We just had ADP numbers come out. Hey, John, Shake and Bake, and Rachel. How are y'all? Hope you're well. We'll take a look at United Healthcare and any other chart requests you may have that I can sneak in. We officially get started in 9 minutes. I jump on early to say hello to my friends, do an audio visual check, and take a few chart requests. ES, we're holding the 4-hour 12 EMA. We just had ADP data. We have enough room for a 4-hour higher low. Nothing concerning yet on ES. NQ is a little bit weaker. We've lost the 4-hour 12 EMA on NQ. 22594 is support. Thank you, Monkey. Thank you, thank you. Hey, MC, Magda, taxi driver. Let's look at UNH. UNH, a 4-hour higher low is the more likely scenario. The daily 50 MA is overhead at 33511. This could be a monthly bear flag. As long as we stay below 382, it has the probability of being a monthly bear flag. So it definitely made a great move yesterday, but we'll see if it has staying power. It does have a daily squeeze. And again, a 4-hour higher low is the more likely scenario. It suspended its annual outlook. Yeah, Centene had Medicaid cuts, and it's impacting other names. So Centene is down 30%. It's impacting other insurance companies. GRYP. Has a history of pump and dump. When you have a name that looks like a ski slope like this, it's likely had a ton of dilution. Daily, we got a small trend change off the daily 50 MA. 4-hour inside bars. This is a pretty big retracement. We retraced about 70% of the move from yesterday after hours. 15-minute downtrend, support 121, resistance 152. Gold looks good, success. So gold got a daily higher high. We're looking for that weekly higher low. We need to get over 30932 to confirm that weekly higher low. This actually looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Not a standard setup with the right side a little higher, but it does look like an inverse head and shoulders. XOM. XOM gapping up with oil strength overnight. We got a daily lower low, but we held the daily 50 MA. We're now trapped between the daily 50 MA and the daily 200 MA. We're looking for a weekly higher low. Exxon has a nice weekly squeeze. We have enough room for a 4-hour higher low on the next pullback. So gap rules apply. As long as bulls hold the high of yesterday as support, that is a long signal. Yesterday's high, 109.59. And we've got resistance over here of 110.44. What did I say, 109? Yesterday's high, 109.64. TradingView got that wrong. 109.64. Your pre-market high, 110.50. That's a double top with last Thursday's high, 110.44. I can look at XRP. XRP rejected from the daily 50 MA. That's the yellow line, rejected again. It does have a daily inverse head and shoulders look to it. But bullish patterns do not always yield bullish results. Remember that. We are looking for a daily higher low compared to 20682. 4 hour is in a downtrend, and this sure does look like a 4-hour bear flag. It confirms below 214.82, resistance 22050. Meta's pretty weak after Monday's big move. We are gapping down on Meta. Okay, so here's the thing on Meta. We're looking for a daily higher low. Hourly is oversold or approaching oversold. Did they have news? Nope. So we have a small gap down. Your next support is 705.38. Actually 711.05. And then 705.38. We're gapping down, but I would not be going short here. I'd rather be looking long for the daily higher low, but you need a confirmation on a shorter term time frame in order to look for that long, like a 2 or 5 minute trend change to the bulls. Silver. Silver looks good. 4-hour squeeze, daily equilibrium. Higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high. So we have a daily inside bar, nice tightening range, potential weekly bull flag. So this retracement here was big enough to possibly look for a 4-hour lower high. Hourly, we got a higher high, but we need that trend change. Rivian, and then I'll get started. Rivian on the weekly is looking for a higher low. 4-hour, let's see, June 16th. We got 4-hour oversold back here, but that did not mark the weekly higher low yet. Oh, big gap up. Gap rules apply as long as we hold 1355 as support. It's a long signal. I don't know if, did they get news? Let me check Twitter real quick, or X, whatever. I don't see anything. It's giving it a little bit back. We are looking for a weekly higher low. Little hammer candle yesterday. We need to get over 1414. Alrighty, let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. If you want to give me a follow on X at Chart Gal Lori, that would be lovely. What I do here on Wednesday mornings is I do a 25-minute show, which has already started, obviously. And I go over about 25 charts in 25 minutes. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. If you want to give me a follow on X, that'd be great. I think I already said that. I look at the market environment dossier table. This is a table that I've designed just to kind of be able to communicate to you in a more objective way what I'm looking at. Things are looking more bullish than bearish. We have some dollar strength that's somewhat inverse to the market. QQQ is below the hourly EMA, so is SMH. Microsoft was weak this morning, and Nvidia was weak. Apple's looking great. Bitcoin's getting a good bounce. Economic calendar, we just had ADP numbers, and we have oil inventory today. And then we're closed. Tomorrow, half day, the market's closed, and Friday we're closed for the holiday. Don't forget that. All right. So let's look at the indices, looking at ES. This could be a daily bull flag. 4 hour, we're testing the 12 EMA. We're pulling back here. We lost the support of 62.45 on a bounce. Bears will be looking for an hourly lower high. Remember, tomorrow being the half-day holiday, ahead of the long weekend, we'll have a lot of traders out, lower volume. So just be careful trading tomorrow. Sometimes days like tomorrow are not the ideal trading environment. NQ, we're pulling back. NQ is weaker than ES. 4 hour support, 22594. We've lost the 4 hour 12 EMA on NASDAQ. NASDAQ could be a daily bull flag. It's not game over for bulls yet. We could, as long as we stay above 22,000, let's call it 22,400, it is a potential daily bull flag. And SMH has a lot to do with that. And SMH is a potential daily bull flag. We are opening red on SMH. Bulls need to get trend changes on shorter term time frames in order for these bull flags to come to fruition. RTY is stronger than Dow and ES, but we're giving a lot back right now. Support 2211. Look at IWM on the daily. We're getting over that daily 200 MA. Now look at the futures. The futures we're rejecting at the daily 200 MA. 2 upper wicks now of profit taking at the daily 200 MA. So we'll see if IWM comes in on this. On a bounce now, bears will be looking for a 15-minute lower high on the next bounce. All right. So the Dow was super strong yesterday with banks and healthcare doing so well. We have a weekly trend change on Dow. We have plenty of room for a daily higher low. 4 hour is well above the 12 EMA. We'll be looking for a 15-minute lower high on the next bounce. VIX is bouncing with this bearish pullback on news, 1748's resistance. This is still a potential daily bear flag. On the VIX, so we have potential bull flag on ES futures and potential bear flag on VIX. So VIX resistance is 1748. We have enough room for a 15-minute higher low. We'll see if VIX keeps going. That'll be a clue for us that the bulls are ready to take a break today. Hang Seng was green overnight. DAX was big and green. It's giving some back right now. Bitcoin is pulling back. Bitcoin, we're looking for an hourly higher low. We didn't get a trend change. This is just a bounce straight from the lows. We have a stair-step bear break. Plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. Look what bulls defended yesterday on the daily 50 MA. So Bitcoin bulls are making a stand this morning. Ethereum, we have double weekly inside bars. And look at this weekly 50 MA. If you want to look at the daily, look at the 200 MA. We've only gotten 2 candle closes above the daily 200 MA since January on Ethereum. That has been strong resistance. We got a daily double bottom, 2372, 2381 on Bitcoin. We bounced enough for a potential 4-hour higher low. I'm going to go over ACAM actually, Ted. Dollar, we have a 4-hour trend change. This could still be a daily bear flag confirming the dollar has been weak. Nothing's really significantly changing to change that for the dollar. Gold, we're getting over the daily 50 MA. The 4-hour, we got a higher low. Now we need that 4-hour trend change, just like GDX with that potential inverse head and shoulders type psychology. Not GDX, that was gold we were looking at earlier, GLD. So 3370 is resistance, support 3337. Oil is strong overnight. This could still be a 2-day bear flag. So oil is not out of the woods. Nice bounce, yippee-ki-yay. Oil inventory today. We have resistance here of 66.42. We have a double top there. 66.43, 66.42. We have a double top. Potential 2-day bear flag. So we'll see what oil inventory brings. It may be worth a top fish. NG is bouncing. It had a good week last week, gave a lot of it back. We're slowing down here at the 4-hour 12 EMA. Apple is strong. Apple got an upgrade this morning. We are gapping up. We had this EQ. Oops. We had this EQ here. It looked better on the 2-day. It's breaking bull. It broke bull. We are at, well, we got over that. Never mind. On the daily, we're looking for a higher low. We have a squeeze. On the 4-hour, we're overbought. On a pullback, we're looking for a 4-hour higher low. Next resistance, 213.94. Apple looks great. We'll see if Apple bulls can keep this up. 210.19 is key support. That's yesterday's high. Gap rules apply as long as bulls stay over 210.19. It is a long signal. Amazon is weak. On Amazon, we're looking for a daily higher low. So that is the more likely scenario. On the 4-hour, we're getting a bit of an equilibrium. 217.93 is key support. We're below the hourly EMAs. Again, we need to hold 217.93 and then break yesterday's high to set that daily higher low. So bulls are watching for the daily higher low. And we have Amazon Prime days starting next week. Nvidia is weak. It is attempting a small gap down right now. We are looking for a daily higher low on Nvidia. It's not game over for the bulls yet on Nvidia. It's no longer a potential daily bull flag, but we are looking for a daily higher low. Hourly is oversold. If we can hold 151.49 here at open and bounce, I like Nvidia long as as we hold 151.49. Looking for that daily higher low. Tesla's giving back some of its gains. It got pummeled on the Trump and Musk tweet wars. We're looking for a 2-day higher low on Tesla. I'm still long 20% of my position from yesterday's morning's live stream trade. We need to hold 293.21. This 298 area held. We had a lot of holds here in this 298 area. So on a pullback, we need to hold 298 or we're looking down at 293.21. And this is just a 4-hour bull flag. Bear flag, excuse me. So Tesla bulls are not out of the woods yet. We're no longer oversold on 4-hour. $301.30 is your next support. Then we're looking down at $300. As far as Queen of the Mountain trades, here you go, Ted. ACAM, I still like as a Queen of the Mountain trade. So ACAM needs to get a weekly trend change, and this is what I'm looking at here. We have a potential weekly inverse head and shoulders shaping up, but we need to get over 86.15. On the daily, we have a squeeze. Yesterday, we got a higher high and pulled back in quickly, which was not ideal for bulls. On the 4-hour, we're still squeezing on ACAM, and we're holding the 50 RSI. Yesterday's low, 79.23. It's all about that level. 79.19, 79.23, 79.23, 79.15, 79.21. We need to hold this area for a potential leg up. Below 79.20, I would switch to a bearish lean looking for that weekly lower high. Above 79.20, I like it long. Futu, this is a cryptocurrency Chinese name. We have a weekly inside bar. We're looking for a daily higher low. We have a daily inside bar. This has a 4-hour equilibrium. I like it long against 120.07, but only if Bitcoin is holding its overnight gains. If Bitcoin's giving back gains, then I don't want Futu long. We need a 2 or 5 minute trend change on Bitcoin in order to look at Futu long. I like it long above 120. ONDS, this isn't my normal type of play, these small caps. We got a weekly higher high. On the daily, we're looking for a higher low. Monday, we got a big bearish reversal candle with that upper wick of profit taking, but we are looking for a daily higher low. And on the hourly, this looks like a little inverse head and shoulders. And I like the squeeze. So support 194, and then we're looking down at 180. We'll see what ONDS can do. Starbucks is a potential short. We have a weekly double top. You can see it from Mars, 95.91, 95.86. Struggling here at the daily 200 MA. Got a double top with our pre-market high in 95.86. So I like Starbucks short below $96. Above $96, it's a long. GS got a new all-time high. I don't really look at RSI when we're in blue sky breakout. This is a great looking chart, hourly squeeze. RSI can get a lot more extended and go longer than we can remain solvent. So it looks good. BMNR is the new name that Tom Lee is now on the board. It had a huge move, gave a lot back. We've only bounced 0.382. So we're still looking for a 4-hour lower high on this name. And if I can indulge myself, it looks like a little head and shoulders here. We had a huge move on this name, and bears are better positioned than bulls. We had a 1,736% move. This is a high risk name. 54.98, your pre-market resistance, support 42.50. When you have a name like this that runs so hard, here, 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 you're typically going to get some digestion and it's going to take a rest. Let's see. And it's retraced about 50% of the move. So a lower high is the more likely scenario. Bears are better positioned against 74.80 than bulls are positioned against 41.22. I think I did Amazon. Hood got a new all-time high yesterday. What a great looking move. It had some elevated bear volume yesterday and retraced a large percentage of this move. It's still holding 89.70. 15-minute grazed oversold yesterday, and we got a good bounce off that. Now you're looking for hourly oversold. I guess you could look for 30-minute oversold as your next back burner. So you're in back burner mode on Hood, unless it had news today. No news. It's just taking a breather from that large move. I like hood to the long side. Bitmine. Okay, that's that BMNR. All right. CEG. This looks like a weekly cup and handle. Daily lower high is set. We lost the support of 30269. 4 hour, this looks like a bear flag. I see a lot of 4 hour potential bear flags out there. Snow has a potential 4 hour bear flag. I'm trying to think of others that I looked at, but we have a lot out there. Meta, 4 hour bear flag confirming here. So we have a lot out there, so be careful. Hit that like button. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Give me a follow on X at ChartGalLori. And I'm going to go boot up the live stream for our members. Thank you for being here and use stop losses.